Let's talk about one of the hardest parts of self-publishing, when your books just don't sell. You spend all that time creating it, uploading it, maybe even running a few ads, but the sales just aren't there. And you start to wonder, is it the cover, the niche, the algorithm? There are a handful of clear, fixable reasons why books don't sell. And if you understand them, you can turn things around faster than you would think. This video isn't just another top mistakes list. It's about why your books aren't selling, what's actually going wrong behind the scenes, and what you can do starting today to change that. Today, we're getting into the 7 most common reasons your books aren't selling, plus steps to fix each one. Hi, welcome to Self-Publishing Central. If you are new here, my name is Caroline, and every single week I share real strategies, case studies, and behind the scenes tips to help you build a thriving self-publishing business. Something that I've learned after self-publishing hundreds of books and helping thousands of others do the same is that most books don't fail because the creator is bad at it or the niche is dead. They fail because 1 or 2 small but very crucial things are out of alignment. When your research, positioning, design, and listing all click together, even a simple book can sell consistently. But if just one of those areas is off, sales can stop before they even get started. So let's take a look at the 7 biggest reasons that this happens and what you can do about each one. The first reason that your book isn't selling is simple. It's targeting the wrong market. Now, that doesn't mean that your idea is bad. It usually means that you've made a book that you think people want without checking if people are actually searching for it. A lot of new self-publishers skip this step. They brainstorm something creative, they design it, they create it beautifully, and then wonder why it's sitting at the bottom of Amazon's search results. The reality is that no demand is worse than high competition. If no one is searching for your topic, it doesn't matter how good your keywords are or how good your cover is, the traffic just isn't there. For example, let's say that you decide to create a gratitude journal for left-handed teachers with anxiety. Is it clever? Sure, it is. It's very specific, but the search volume for that phrase is probably practically 0. You've gone too niche. So what you want to do is you want to find the sweet spot between the demand and being different. Go to Amazon and start typing words related to your idea. If Amazon's search bar auto completes your phrase, that's demand. So I just typed in gratitude journal into the Amazon search bar, and a lot of different keywords and phrases came up for gratitude journal. So people are definitely searching for gratitude journal. They're definitely searching for gratitude journal for women, for men, for kids, but I definitely can't see anyone searching for left-handed teachers with anxiety. Do you get what I'm saying here? It means that people are already typing it when the keywords and phrases show up down here. If nothing comes up, that's your red flag. Now, check the BSR, which is the bestseller rank. This is what we use to tell whether a book is selling or not. If the top books in your niche have BSRs under 100,000 in books, that means they're selling daily. A BSR around the 100,000 mark usually means a few sales a week. Anything above 500,000 and you're most likely in a dead niche. If your niche is in that bottom range, it's time to adjust. You don't have to scrap the idea entirely. You maybe just need to reframe it. So maybe your gratitude journal for left-handed teachers with anxiety becomes the busy teacher's gratitude journal. Suddenly, you're probably speaking to thousands of teachers who actually search for teachers' journals, not just a handful of left-handers. That's the difference between creating for yourself and creating for the market. The second big reason that your book isn't selling is that it looks like every other book in the niche. And I get it. When you go in and you research your competitors, it is very easy to fall into copy mode. You think to yourself, if these books are selling, I should make mine look similar. But if your cover, your title, and your subtitle blend into the crowd, no one will ever click on it. So ask yourself, if a shopper scrolls through this page of search results that my book is also on, would they stop on your book? Or would it just disappear into the sea of lookalikes? And be really honest about that. That's the scroll test. If your thumbnail doesn't grab attention in the first 2 seconds, you have already lost the sale. So what are some solutions to this? Start by identifying what makes your book different, even slightly. Can you aim it at a sub-audience? Can you change the emotional tone? Can you use a unique color scheme or layout that stands out visually? Differentiation isn't about reinventing the wheel. It's about giving customers a reason to choose your book over all the others. One of my favorite examples is the I Am Confident, Brave, and Beautiful coloring book for kids, for young girls. It's not only a confidence book for girls, but the title and the illustration style stand out emotionally. This emotional resonance is why it dominates in this category of coloring books. So it's not really about what's already selling. Think about what's missing from what's already selling. That's where your opportunity is hiding. Now, while we are on the topic of differentiating your books, it's also important to do the same with your mindset around your self-publishing business. Continuously improving and learning new skills when it comes to all facets of your business will set you apart from the rest. And that's where the sponsor of this video comes in, and that is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning platform with thousands of classes in self-publishing, design, marketing, entrepreneurship, literally everything that you need to grow your book business. I personally love using Skillshare to build on my current skill sets. And this week, I've been taking a class with Ali Abdul all about maximizing my productivity and organizational skills. With the lead up to the end of the year, things get very busy in both my business and my personal life, and I need to make sure that I am as organized as I possibly can be so that I don't get burnt out by the end of the year. Ali has built a multi-million-dollar digital product and online business, so there is no one better to learn from about how to be productive while staying organized. This class was so helpful, and I really loved the bonus section where Ali shares his own resources that he and his team actually use in the day-to-day running of his business. I also noticed that this platform was telling me that I've watched 1,573 minutes of classes so far. So there's still so much more in there for me to explore. So that's pretty cool. All Skillshare classes are taught by amazing world-class creatives like professional illustrators, renowned graphic designers, and successful entrepreneurs so that you can learn directly from real, super talented and successful creatives. Now this month, Skillshare have a great offer. They are offering a 30-day free trial plus 20% off your first year of membership for the first 500 people who click the link down in the description box below or use the QR code on the screen. But just make sure to get in on this one very quickly because this offer is only valid for November. Okay, let's keep going with reason number 3. Your cover or your interior design might be turning customers away. Let's be honest, people totally judge a book by its cover. On Amazon, your thumbnail book cover is your storefront. If it doesn't look trustworthy or professional, customers will never even click through to learn that your book is the perfect book for them. Here's a quick test. Open up the top 20 results in your niche. Now, put your book cover in the middle of that lineup. If it looks out of place, outdated, or amateur next to those bestsellers, then that will tell you whether you need to change your cover or not. It's not just about copying design trends, but also matching the expectations in your niche. So some solutions here: use clean, big, bold, readable fonts. Keep color palette simple. Add space on your cover. White space creates trust. And make sure your title and subtitle are readable at thumbnail size. That is very, very important. Your interiors matter too. If your lines aren't straight, if your margins are uneven, or your fonts are inconsistent, it signals low quality to customers, and your reviews will reflect that, and low reviews will reflect your sales. Now let's move on to the next reason. Even if you have the right niche and a great cover, your book's listing itself can really affect your sales. Amazon's listings are like mini sales pages. They need to persuade, not just inform. And a lot of self-publishers get this part wrong. They stuff the title with keywords, write a generic description, and then leave it at that. This doesn't help. It confuses customers and the algorithm. Your title should be a clean mix of keywords and emotions. So try this formula: primary keyword plus benefit plus emotional hook, or it could also be sort of like the solution of what they're going to get out of your book. Next, look at your title, subtitle, and description. People just skim read, so bold the benefits, use short paragraphs, and focus on the transformation they're going to get. Instead of saying something like 120 pages for writing, say 120 guided pages designed to help you slow down, reflect, and reset. This tells the customer exactly what they're going to get, what they're going to benefit from, what solution they're going to get by using your book. Descriptions aren't just for SEO, they're for humans. Make them humans feel something. And don't forget A+ content. That's your visual storytelling section. Use it to show example pages, benefits, and how your book fits into a series if you have one. And this is especially important for low content books, since Amazon doesn't give us any photos at the top of the products listing. And finally, check your categories that you've selected to put your book in. Sometimes books don't sell simply because they're buried in an irrelevant category. And if you put your book in the wrong category on purpose because you think it is going to get you more sales, don't do this because Amazon removes your book if they find you doing this. So your listing is sort of like your little salesperson. So make sure it's working for you, not against you. Next up, you uploaded your book, crossed your fingers, and hoped that Amazon would magically find you customers. That is not how it works anymore. Amazon rewards momentum. If your book doesn't get early clicks and sales, it hardly ever climbs the rankings, and the algorithm won't push it to new customers. So if your book isn't selling, have you even given it any momentum at all? Even a few small steps can have a huge impact. So run small, focused Amazon ads. Start with automatic campaigns, maybe $5 to $10 a day. Collect data on what keywords actually convert. Don't expect profits right away. At this point, the goal is visibility. Use your network and your communities. If you've built yourself an email list or if you have a small social media following, let them know about your book launch. Even 10 to 15 early sales when your book is first published can help trigger that algorithm. And optimize timing. Launch seasonally when interest is just naturally higher. So for example, things like study journals right before back to school, or Christmas themed journals or coloring books or activity books in October, ready for the Christmas buying period. You don't need to have a huge budget for this. You just need to give consistent signals that your book is alive. Reason number 6, you might be publishing as a hobbyist, not a brand. When a customer sees your name on a single random book, they have no reason to remember you. But when they see 5 or 10 cohesive books that all look and feel connected, they start trusting you, and that trust equals repeat sales. So think of self-publishing like building the shelves of a store. Each book is just another product that brings people back. Without having a brand or a series, every book launch starts with zero visibility. So some solutions for this: create a clear style. Same fonts, same tone and cover layout across all your books. Stick to one audience per brand. Don't mix things like coloring books for kids with business planners under the same name. It's totally different audience, and it makes it too hard to draw in the correct customer. Turn your books into series. Book 1, 2, or 3, or volume 1 to 3. This approach also helps with A+ content and cross promotion. You can show all your other books right there on your books listing page. Consistency builds authority. When your author name or your pen name and your visual identity look professional, people start trusting that anything that you publish will be worth buying. And finally, the last reason we're going to go into today, your books might not be selling just because you expected too much too soon. I know that's tough to hear, but it is pretty much true for almost everyone in the beginning. Self-publishing is a long-term game. It is not a get-rich-quick kind of deal. Most books don't explode in the first month. They build slowly as you release more books, as you improve your skills, and as you learn what works for your audience. Your 10th book will usually sell better than your first because by then you'll understand research, covers, categories, and keywords on a deeper level. So instead of quitting after the first 2 books, treat those first few books as your training ground. You're building assets, and the experience you're getting will pay off later. Publishing rewards persistence. If you stay consistent, if you keep testing and refine each part of your process, sales will follow. But they won't if you stop too soon. All right, let's just quickly recap the 7 main reasons your books might not be selling. Number 1, wrong market, not wrong book. Number 2, no differentiation. Number 3, weak visual presentation. Number 4, poor listing optimization. Number 5, no marketing momentum. Number 6, weak brand or series strategy. And number 7, unrealistic expectations. If your sales are slow, it does not mean that you have failed. It means that you've just found the next thing that you need to improve on. Every one of those areas is fixable, and most of the time, fixing just one can completely turn your results around. So here's what I would do next. Pick the one reason from this list that we've just went through that resonated with you the most. Spend the next week focused only on improving that one thing. Then come back and work on the next. Before you know it, your books will start ranking and selling and building consistent income. If you found this helpful, hit the like button. It really helps this channel find more self-publishers who are serious about building their business. And if you did enjoy this video, YouTube thinks that you might like these ones too. So please go check them out to learn more about self-publishing your own low-content books on Amazon. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.